Across Ethiopia's ancient landscapes, a new story is unfolding, one of rapid transformation and monumental ambition. Once known for its history and struggles, Ethiopia is now racing to become a modern economic powerhouse in the Horn of Africa. Colossal dams, sprawling industrial parks, and new transport networks are reshaping the country. The government's state-led model is pouring billions into infrastructure, aiming to shift from small-scale agriculture to industry and services. Projects like the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam and Hawassa Industrial Park are symbols of this bold new era. Addis Ababa's skyline is changing, with new parks and housing projects reflecting a national aspiration for prosperity. Yet, this rapid development brings challenges: mounting debt, environmental concerns, and social displacement. Political tensions and regional instability threaten to derail progress. Ethiopia's transformation is a bold gamble, one that seeks to rewrite its destiny. This video explores the monumental projects driving change and the challenges that lie ahead. The stakes for over 120 million Ethiopians could not be higher. Water is at the heart of Ethiopia's development strategy. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, GERD, on the Blue Nile, is a symbol of national pride and self-sufficiency, aiming to double the country's electricity capacity. The GERD and the Omo River's Gaib and Koisha dams are set to transform Ethiopia into a regional energy powerhouse, exporting electricity to neighbors. These projects promise clean, reliable power for homes, schools, and industry. But the dams have sparked diplomatic tensions with Egypt and Sudan, and raised environmental and social concerns, especially for communities along the Omo. Ethiopia must balance its urgent need for development with careful management of environmental and diplomatic risks. The future of these rivers will shape not just Ethiopia, but the entire region. The stakes are as high as the ambitions. Ethiopia's industrial parks are the engines of its new economy. Built at record speed, parks like Hawassa attract global brands and create jobs for thousands, especially young women. These parks offer modern infrastructure and streamlined services to lure foreign investment and boost exports. Specialized parks, from textiles to pharmaceuticals, aim to diversify the economy and reduce reliance on imports. Yet, low wages, high turnover, and limited integration with the local economy remain challenges. The promise: sustainable, broad-based growth. The risk: becoming islands of low-wage labor. The future of Ethiopia's industrial revolution depends on getting this balance right. Ethiopia's transformation is also urban. Addis Ababa is undergoing a renaissance, with projects like the Shiger River rehabilitation turning polluted waterways into green parks and walkways. New public spaces like Unity Park blend history and nature, while large-scale housing projects aim to address chronic shortages. Urban planning now prioritizes livability and environmental health, not just concrete and roads. Other cities are following suit, managing rapid growth with beautification and infrastructure upgrades. Yet, urban renewal brings displacement and questions of social equity. The challenge: ensuring all residents benefit from the city's new face. Ethiopia's cities are being reimagined for a new era. But inclusion remains key. For landlocked Ethiopia, transport is an economic lifeline. The Addis Ababa-Djibouti Railway slashes travel times, connecting factories to the sea and making exports competitive. New roads link rural areas to markets, boosting trade and national unity. These modern arteries are vital for moving goods, people, and ideas across Ethiopia's vast landscape. But building and maintaining this network is costly, often financed by foreign loans that add to national debt. Many rural communities remain isolated, highlighting the need for further expansion. The challenge is to extend these benefits to every corner of the country. Infrastructure is the backbone of Ethiopia's transformation, but it comes with a heavy price. The journey to connect the nation is far from over. Agriculture remains Ethiopia's backbone, employing most of its people. The government is pushing for a revolution: modern machinery, better seeds, and irrigation to boost productivity and food security. Farmers are encouraged to form cooperatives, add value, and grow export crops, like coffee and avocados. Large-scale commercial farms bring investment, but also spark land disputes and concerns for smallholders. Most farmers still struggle with limited resources and access to credit. The challenge is to modernize agriculture without leaving millions of smallholders behind. Balancing commercial growth with rural livelihoods is critical for Ethiopia's future. The fields are changing, but the transformation is far from complete. Ethiopia's transformation faces formidable obstacles. Massive infrastructure projects have driven up national debt, much of it owed to foreign lenders. Generating enough export revenue to service this debt is a constant struggle. Political and ethnic tensions, sometimes erupting into conflict, threaten stability and progress. Large projects have displaced communities and strained the environment, raising questions of equity and sustainability. Diplomatic disputes, especially over the GERD, add external pressure. Ethiopia's future depends on sound economic management and inclusive, stable governance. The path to prosperity is as challenging as it is ambitious. Behind Ethiopia's rapid development lies a complex human story. Industrial jobs often pay low wages, and many workers face tough living conditions far from home. Displacement for dams and infrastructure has uprooted families, sometimes with inadequate compensation. Benefits of growth are uneven, with remote communities often left behind. The risk: a divided Ethiopia, modern cities and neglected rural areas. True progress means fair wages, inclusive development, and respect for the rights of all communities. Addressing the human cost is essential for lasting transformation. Concrete and steel alone cannot measure success. It's about the well-being of all Ethiopians. Ethiopia stands at a crossroads, its future shaped by both promise and peril. Mega projects like the GERD and new industrial parks embody a national dream of prosperity and self-reliance. Roads and railways are stitching the country together, creating new opportunities. The vision: an industrialized, middle-income nation, a force for stability in the Horn of Africa. But challenges, debt, inequality, and political instability remain daunting. Success depends on inclusive politics, prudent economic management, and a commitment to social and environmental justice. The real test is building the institutions and unity needed to make progress sustainable. Ethiopia's future will be written by its people, not just its infrastructure. The foundations for a new era are in place. If Ethiopia can unite behind its vision, it could inspire the continent. The dawn of a new era is within reach.